within their populations without getting sick themselves.
Wow. Okay. And how long can the virus survive outside a rodent, like on a surface in that dust?
It can actually survive for a decent amount of time, though it depends on the conditions.
Like temperature.
Humidity.
Exactly. Cooler temperatures and higher humidity tend to help it survive longer. Some studies suggest it can remain viable for days, maybe even up to a couple of weeks under the right favorable conditions.
But sunlight and drying out would kill it faster.
Generally, yes. UV light and desiccation tend to deactivate the virus more quickly. Okay, that gives a clearer picture. So knowing all that, let's shift to prevention. This is the crucial part, right? What can people actually do to avoid getting infected?
The single most important thing, the absolute best defense, is rodent control. Keeping wild rodents, especially mice, out of your house and any other buildings.
Like sheds, garages, cabins?
You've got garages, cabins, even stored RVs or boats, anywhere they might seek shelter or food. Creating a rodent-proof environment is key.
Okay, so how do we build this rodent-proof environment? What are the practical steps?
It starts with sealing up entry points. You need to inspect your home's foundation, walls, around pipes, vents, doorways. Look for any holes or gaps, even small ones.
Mice can get through tiny spaces, right?
Unbelievably small, like dime size sometimes. So you need to seal those openings using materials they can't chew through easily.
Like what? Wood putty isn't going to cut it?
Probably not long term. Think metal sheeting, steel wool packed tightly into gaps, cement, sturdy wire mesh, something durable.
Okay, seal everything up tight. What else? Inside the house.
Food storage is critical. All food for humans and pets, even bird seed, should be stored in containers with tight-fitting lids. Metal or heavy plastic is best.
No open bags of chips or dog food lying around.
Definitely not. And same goes for garbage. Keep indoor and outdoor trash cans tightly covered. Don't give them a reason to come looking for food.
Makes sense. Cut off the food supply. What about outside around the house?
Keep the area immediately around your foundation clear. Trim back bushes. Keep grass short. Don't stack firewood right against the house.
Why is that?
Because clutter and vegetation provide hiding places and potential nesting spots, attracting them closer to your home. Remove piles of debris, old cars, anything that could offer shelter. Make the area less inviting.
Okay, let's curb appeal for rodents. What if you do get mice inside, despite your best efforts?
Then you need to address the infestation promptly. Use traps. Snap traps are generally recommended, or baits, but use baits very carefully according to label directions, especially if you have kids or pets.
And dispose of caught rodents safely.
Yes, quickly and safely wearing gloves.
Okay, now, the cleanup. What if you find droppings or a nest? You mentioned not sweeping or vacuuming.
Absolutely crucial. Do not sweep or vacuum dry droppings or nesting materials. That's the easiest way to stir the virus particles into the air.
So what should we do?
The first step is ventilation, if possible. Open doors and windows for at least 30 minutes before you start. Then you need to wet everything down thoroughly with a disinfectant.
Like bleach.
A bleach solution is effective, usually about 1 part bleach to 9 or 10 parts water. Or use a commercial disinfectant known to kill viruses. Spray or pour it onto the droppings, nests, any contaminated surfaces, and let it soak for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Let it soak in. Okay.
Then, while wearing rubber or disposable gloves, use paper towels or rags to wipe up the contaminated material. Don't reuse the rags for other cleaning.
Got it. Wait, wipe. What about disposing of it?
Place the soiled paper towels, gloves, and any dead rodents you find into a plastic bag. Seal the bag tightly, then place it inside another plastic bag and seal that one too.
Double bag it.
Yes. Then dispose of it in your regular trash, preferably an outdoor bin with a secure lid. Afterwards, wash your gloved hands with disinfectant or soap and water. Then remove the gloves and wash your bare hands thoroughly again.
Thorough hand washing is key.
Absolutely. And disinfect any surfaces that might have been contaminated.
Okay, that's a clear procedure. Are there times we should be extra careful, like opening up a place that's been closed?
Definitely. Seasonal cabins, storage sheds, barns, campers, anything that's been closed up for a while, especially in rural or semi-rural areas.
Because rodents might have moved in.
Exactly. There could be a significant accumulation of droppings and nests. So always ventilate those spaces well before entering, and be prepared to follow those wet cleaning procedures meticulously if you find evidence of rodents.
Air it out, suit up with gloves, wet it down. Got it. What about people whose jobs involve handling rodents? Researchers, pest control.
Yeah, for people with occupational risk wildlife biologists, researchers working with wild rodents in areas where the virus exists, some pest control workers' standard precautions are enough.
They need more protection.
Yes. They should be using appropriate personal protective equipment, or PTE. That means protective clothing, gloves, eye protection, and importantly, respirators.
Like N95 masks or better.
Yes, respirators capable of filtering out airborne particles are essential when you're actively handling potentially infected rodents or cleaning heavily contaminated environments as part of your job.
Okay, so for most folks, it's about prevention and safe cleanup. For professionals, it's heavier duty protection.
That sums it up well. Minimize contact, prevent infestations, clean safely.
All right, so let's just quickly recap the big takeaways then. Hantavirus, serious but thankfully rare.
Spread mainly by inhaling dust from infected rodent droppings, urine, saliva,
Early symptoms look like the flu fever, aches, fatigue.
but can rapidly become severe HPS, affecting the lungs, causing breathing difficulties. That's the main concern in the Americas.
Best prevention. Keep rodents out. Seal holes, store food properly, keep areas clean.
And if you find rodent evidence, don't sweep. Wet it down first with disinfectant, wear gloves, clean carefully, wash hands well.
Right. And the initial story we mentioned about the situation at the Hackman property
Yeah.
really underscores why this matters, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's a tragic reminder that these risks, while uncommon, are real, and taking precautions is just sensible.
Definitely makes you think. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Just take a moment to consider your own environment.
Your home, your garage, maybe that shed out back, even your workplace.
Yeah. Are there potential spots where rodents could get in or might already be?
Yeah.
And what simple steps could you take, maybe even today, to reduce that